Brown back towards the half-court line. Pack into the near side corner. Now moving to the wing is Reed. All the way around the horn. They go towards the Oklahoma bench with Wonkwo. Back to the center circle with Pack. Guarded heavily by Buchtengel. Inside, Davis trying to fight against Price Sanford. Buchtengel helps. A foul called on the backside as hitting the deck hard is Davis.
They'll get Sanford on that one. He's now up to 3 fouls and in some foul trouble. We'll see if that brings a corresponding move. I don't think it's going to, especially with how well he's been playing, leading Nebraska with 18 points. He actually leads all scorers with 18 points.
Sanford with 2 personals, leads everybody in minutes with 27. The transfer from Iowa, the native of Waukee, making a mark for Nebraska, who currently leads by 1. Davis will get 2 free throws. He's 5 for 7 on the season. Deliberate free throw shot goes in. We're all knotted up at 64. Pair of subs come in for the Sooners, Forsyth and Wagee. They will check in for Pack and one other player who has not yet left the floor. That will be Wonkwo. Now we're set with 5 on either side and a chance for Oklahoma to reclaim the lead. Second free throw from Davis rattles out. We remain tied at 64. Just over 12 minutes left to go here in Sioux Falls. Jacobson into the front court. Now at the top of the key, Sanford gets a screen from Buchtengel. Now driving right hand, gets past his defender. Reed with the left hand, switches and one! 66-64. Tough shot under the basket.
And Oklahoma is now up to 5 fouls in the second half. Attack is going to come in for Reed as Reed is getting himself into some foul trouble. He's now up to 3. This is dangerous territory for the Sooners, especially now that they are losing grip on this game.
Sanford, a perfect 3 for 3 coming into this game. He's 1 for 1 today from the stripe. Make it 2 for 2. And it's 67-64. You can imagine what the scene looks like here in South Dakota. Under 12 to go in the game. Brown goes inside to Wagee, now kicks out to Davis. Davis crosses over Buchtengel, out to Brown, near side wing. He puts a 3 on the way, good. We're tied at 67. Buchtengel quickly up the floor to Lawrence. Lawrence now on his near side wing, driving in the middle of the floor. Stops, fades away at the free throw line. Good shot. 69-67. Huskers back in front by 2. Forsyth now to the top of the key. Brown has it deflected, gets it back. Brown moving towards the near wing, up to the top of the key. Forsyth gathers in the pass, now going against Lawrence, and a body foul going to be called on Jamarcus Lawrence as both Forsyth and Lawrence went flying to the deck. Husker fans didn't like it, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. 69-67 as we hit the under 12 media timeout. We've got a good one here in Sioux Falls. You're listening on KRNU. Welcome back to Heritage Court inside the Sanford Pentagon at Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Alongside Danny Berg, I'm Harmon Johnsen. So glad to be here for the second time with KRNU. Second weekend we've been able to come up here and call a pair of games. We'll be on the call for the women's game tomorrow, Nebraska and North Dakota State. That game's at noon, but let's get back to this one. 69-67. The Huskers' largest lead is 3. They have a 2-point lead currently with 11:19 to play. Oklahoma has had answers, but right now everything feels like it's Nebraska's way.
And we mentioned just a few minutes ago that a big reason the Gonzaga game got as ugly as it did for Oklahoma is because Oklahoma took their hands off the steering wheel and the car started spinning out of control. It doesn't feel like we're at that point yet. It still feels like the fingertips are still on the steering wheel, but they're starting to slip. And that's exactly what's helped Nebraska propel themselves back into this game. They've scored 7 of their last 8. It looks so much better than it did just going into the half. They've scored 25 points already. I'm stammering because it's hard to believe exactly what has gone down. They're outscoring Oklahoma 25-16. They didn't go into the locker room dead to rights, but it looked like Oklahoma had a chance to make this a double score, a 10-point game or more.
On the floor for Nebraska, Jacobson, Sanford, Frager, Lawrence, and Mast. On the floor for Oklahoma will be Brown, Davis, Atak, Forsyth, and Wagee. Brown inbounds it to Wagee, and now he moves to the top of the three-point arc. 69-67, 11:15 to go. Brown into the near side wing. Forsyth dribbles towards the corner. Now goes back to the middle of the floor. Right side block. Picks up his dribble. Has nowhere to go. Ball loose in the lane. It's picked up by Davis. Now a talk in front of his bench. The corner three is off the top of the backboard. Still fought for. Still alive. And a shot clock violation. Forsyth didn't get it off in time. 69-67 will remain the score. The crowd wanted a backboard violation on the shot by a talk as it touched the top of the glass. It never hit rim, and now the officials are going to go to the replay monitor to make sure Forsyth did, in fact, get that shot off late, as they called it on the floor.
Yeah, Mosier was immediate in saying, hey, go take a look at this, and it did look like it clearly hit the top of the backboard, and that's usually an automatic dead ball, but the play continued, and there was only about 4 seconds left on the shot clock, so even though it wasn't a dead ball called on the court, credit to Forsyth for recognizing, hey, the whistle wasn't blown, let's keep playing. He went and he made a strong play with the expiring shot clock. Credit to him, even though it could get waved off.
And they do confirm the shot clock violation. So no points on the board for Oklahoma. That shot would have tied the game. Forsyth was all alone on the left block. Instead, it will be Nebraska basketball underneath the basket, and they will move from right to left.
And it definitely did look like it got off late for Forsyth. It took a while for the lights to come on. Yeah, and they're showing the replay up on the screens here in the building, and it very clearly was late.
Lawrence gets the inbound from Mass, and he will go up the floor one-on-one against Brown. On the far side of the floor, now gets it to Mass, top of the key, gets the handoff back. Looking towards the middle of the lane, looking for Sanford, who pops out to the wing. He has it in front of his bench, now gives it to Mass in the short corner. Mass looking to pass, now he dribbles with his left hand in the middle of the floor, and a foul going to be called on Muhammad Wagee. Mass was bumping and bashing down there with Wagee, and Porter Mosier is very frustrated with that call.
There was a little bit too much reaching there by Wagee, and he's not thrilled with Kelly Pfeiffer's call.
So Sanford will inbound it, and the lob goes to Lawrence at the free throw line. Now Sanford coming off of two screens on the far side. Wing, there it is! 72-67. Bryce Sanford taking control, a new career high. He has 24 points. Now Pack in the offensive front court for the Sooners. Pack gets a screen from Wagee. Now kick out. Forsyth in front of his bench in the corner. Answer is short. Rebound by Davis underneath. 3 Nebraska Cornhuskers. A foul called and one. Count the basket, says Kelly Pfeiffer, as Davis hits the deck, surrounded by Mast, Lawrence, and Frager.
And once again, Nebraska was looking for a travel there. There was a lot of steps taken, but a good job on the pivot foot by Davis. It's actually a really good no call.
So a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way for Davis. 72-69 with just over 10 minutes to go. Davis 1 for 2 from the stripe today. He converts the free throw, and now it is 72-70. Davis will check out, and Jeff Wonkwo will check in. Lawrence gets the inbound, walking it up the middle of the floor. Crosses the timeline. Now Nebraska goes to work. Gets a screen from Mast. Looking for Sanford. Off another screen. Now kick out. Mast all alone. NBA three. Bang! 75-70. Under 10 to go. Brown setting the offense for Oklahoma. Gets a screen from Wagee in the middle. Now cutting baseline. Reed pump fakes twice. Now kicks it out on the far side. Wonkwo in front of his bench. His three-pointer is off the back of the glass. Rebound Nebraska. They can slow it down.
They definitely need to go slow on this possession. Set up properly. Lawrence
lobs it into Mass. Mismatch. He's guarded by Brown. Mass continues to back up and just puts it up as if there was no defender there. 77-70. Nebraska's largest lead. Pack into the offensive front court. Looking for a screen from Wagee. He's going to refuse it and go with his right hand. Now he goes over to Brown. Brown has the ball stripped by Cale Jacobson. 1-on-2 with Pack. Jacobson loses the ball out of bounds. It's off of Brown, who again is slow to get up. A lot of hair-on-fire play between the Huskers and the Sooners.
And you talk about hair on fire. The water of the under 8 timeout for Oklahoma can't come soon enough. They're down to just 2 timeouts left for this final 9-11. Brown is going to check back out.
Forsyth, Davis, Reed, and Pack are the ones on the floor, and then a foul called on the way towards the inbound. Wonkwo was draped all over Jamarcus Lawrence as he hits the deck towards the half-court stripe.
Yeah, that'll get called a foul any day of the week.
And now some perspiration on the floor. They're going to ask a couple of our young volunteers to wipe that up. There's 3 mops out there. Hopefully they'll get it done. It's 77-70, 9 minutes, 11 seconds left on the clock. Nebraska out to their largest lead. Price Sanford has a new career high in points. His previous was 22 that he set on November 7th of 2024 against Southern. He now has 24 points.
Oklahoma has put Nebraska into the bonus now. They have hit that 7 foul mark. Huskers only have 3 to this point, which is a massive cleanup from where they were in the first half where they were fouling left and right.
Sanford checks out. Jamarcus Lawrence puts the first free throw through. It is bonus situation. Lawrence was 2 for 4 coming into this game. Now perfect tonight. 78-70, a chance to extend the lead to 9 with a free throw here. Mast and Buchtengel down there to rebound. And it will be Buchtengel cleaning up loose change, but he can't make the shot. It falls into the hands of Tay Davis. Now Oklahoma with Pack going up the floor. Davis moving to the top of the key. Forsyth gets a screen from Davis, looking on the roll, doesn't have it. Wonkwo into the corner. Pack. Jacobson forcing him baseline. Now he's going to step back. A long J is good. That's a tough shot by a veteran guard. 78-72. Lawrence over towards his bench. Now he cuts to the middle of the floor, top of the key. Jacobson being guarded closely by Pack. Now Buchtengel looking inside for Mast. Doesn't have him. Lawrence gets a screen from both Buchtengel and Mast and now resets. 12 on the shot clock. Lawrence just going to step back, pull up with 10 on the clock, no good. Rebound fought for. Jacobson has it. Nebraska resets. Sam Hoiberg, 3 on the way. Off the mark. Unable to draw iron. It's 78-72. 8 minutes, 24 seconds left. Nebraska fans trying to laugh off the air ball as checking back into the game is Xavier Brown. Yeah. And also Koala Talk.
Brown definitely needed the rest. He's been playing really hard all night tonight. 18 points from 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. 2 boards, 3 assists. Also 2 costly turnovers for him.
Wonkwo, passes it into Nigel Pack, who brings it across the timeline up near the scorer's table. Working against Jamarcus Lawrence. Now he's against Sam Hoiberg. Jumps in the air and nearly turns it over. Brown cleans up loose change. Pack, top of the key. Crosses over, loses the basketball. And now a talk, gives it back to Pack. Now Brown, way away from the three-point arc, thought about a 3. Instead, he'll try to drive. Now he kicks it into the near corner. A talk, 3 on the way, good. He is tall, but he has not made his presence made in the post. He has got 2 threes today. It's a 3-point game. 78-75, under 8 to go. Hoiberg driving into the lane, left side, fighting against Davis. Now Mast over on the perimeter. In front of his bench, backing down Wonkwo. Steps through, puts it in. 80-75. Rink Mast getting up there. Now he's at 20 points today. Brown splits 2 defenders, drives to the lane, now kicks it out. Pack gets a man to jump. Hoiberg, step back by Pack. The 3 off the glass and in. 2-point game, 80-78. Oklahoma's got an answer for every Nebraska basket. Jacobson picks up his dribble, now to Mash at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Jacobson behind the back pass. Jacobson, 3-ball on the way. Nifty play, good! 83-78. Brown trying to slow things down for Oklahoma. Find themselves trailing. Nearly loses the basketball with the left hand. A talk. Now to Pack in the near corner. Kicks it out. Step back again. This one's off the back of the rim. Rebound Sam Hoiberg. 6:40 to go in the game. Jamarcus Lawrence says slow it down. In front of his coach, Fred Hoiberg. Now on the wing. Steps back all alone. The 3. There it is. 86-78. Timeout, Porter Mosier.
This place is jumping. Listen to this crowd.
Nebraska in front, 86-78, as it's been a Cornhusker takeover in this second half. We're going to take a quick timeout with them. 30 seconds and we'll be back. Nebraska leads the Sooners by 8 here in Sioux Falls.